Mion struck Rena in the head, and hereby sealed her fate. And not in a joking way either.
いい加減にしろって言ってるでしょ。恩和の私でも島には怒るよ。
Pushing her to her limits. Actually, there was plenty of displeasure and anger in Mion's face at that moment. For a few moments after being hit, Rena looked astonished. Perhaps the voices of the Higurashi calmed her frantic mind, because after a little while, she regained her original calm expression. No, it doesn't happen often. We arrived at the place we always split up with Mion. No one said a word until we got there. The voices of the Higurashi just tortured our ears with their buzzing. We'd always split up with Mion here, leaving just Rena and me.
あのさ、ケイちゃん。前に漫画化すって約束したじゃない？
Oh no, is this going where I think it's going?
よかったら寄ってく？
Yeah, it is. She's going to pull Keiichi aside and tell him to forget everything he knows and has heard about Oyashiro-sama. Huh? She promised that? However, I quickly realized it was a convenient way of saying she wanted to talk to me alone.
あ、そうなんだ。じゃあ、レナは先に帰ってるね。
Maybe she realized it. Maybe she didn't. Thankfully, Rena said she'd go home before us.
じゃあね、レナ。また明日。うん。
Yeah, we're not even through Chapter 4 in Chapter 3 yet.
また明日ね。ケイチくんもあまりお邪魔しすぎないようにね。もう夕方だから。
ちょっと本を借りに寄るだけだよ。じゃあな。
Considering the fun day we had, it was a very insipid, lonely parting.
さっきのあまり気にしないでね。
After a little while, Mion finally spoke. Quite some time had passed since splitting up with Rena.
いや、別に。俺の方が悪かったと思う。
サトシの話は別に隠してたわけじゃないんだよ。あまり触れない方がいい話だからさ。
Keiichi is definitely taking this much better than he did in Chapter 1, I'll say that. At this point, I understood exactly what she meant by that. Judging by her odd interactions with Rena, I understood so well it hurt that I should never talk about it again. Actually, if that's the case, then with Shion too. Nah, this is a bigger problem. I'm about to get myself on bad terms with the entire town by being so inquisitive. Talking about it in the first place had been indiscreet. I shouldn't have been interested in it at all. But that's why I really had to think about it. About why everyone got so irritated. Idiot, stop this, Keiichi Maebara! Wow, the parentheses knows my thoughts. The parentheses is psychic. By the time I tried to warn myself, I'd accidentally spoken already.
もう二度と聞かないからさ。正直なところを教えてくれないか。一体、サトシに何があったんだ。家でなんだろう。
For a long time, Mion remained silent, but finally, unable to endure it any longer, she began to speak timidly. I like that headcanon. His split personality is actually a morphogenic field, and all the other dead Keiichis have jumped into that little spot inside his brain to yell at him. I like that thought.
お社様のたたりの話は聞いたことある？
You're smiling when you say that.
ほんの少しくらいなら。
I got the gist of it. Only overheard someone in class talking about it, though. Oyashiro-sama was the name of the deity protecting Hinamizawa that they worship at the shrine we had the barbecue at today. And a few years ago, when they started talking about flooding Hinamizawa as part of the dam project, one of the people worked on the site died or something, and the people blamed it on Oyashiro-sama's curse. That's how it was.
サトシの死んだ親ってのがさ、ダムの誘致派でね。
え？ひなみ沢の人って村中でダムに反対してたんじゃないのか？村人なのにダムの賛成派もいたのか？
The dam project that would flood the entirety of Hinamizawa. I'd heard the village all got together to fight the terrible project, but it was a little hard to believe there were villagers who were supporting it.
まあ、いろいろと事情もあってね。ダム計画に反対する人ばかりでもなかったんだけどさ。
I think it's too late. I mean, I'm on the third chapter of this. How much sanity can I have left? And yeah, it seems like we are at least skipping the whole, have you heard about how the dam project went bad? At least it seems like we're skipping over large chunks of that. I guess they figured we didn't need that 3 games in a row.
で、その親ってのが誘致派のリーダー格だったんだよ。
誘致派のリーダー格。つまり聡子とサトシの親がってことだよな。
うん。国はダム工事に伴って多額の保証金を用意してたからね。そのお金が欲しくてダム計画に賛成してた人たちも結構いたんだよ。
うん。
Aside from a few households, Hinamizawa was, in general, not very affluent. And not because they were proud to inherit the land of their ancestors. It wouldn't be strange if some people wanted enough money to start a new life. But even in that case, they would have had to hesitate to say so, given the situation. It just happened to be Satoko and Satoshi's parents who understood that and stood up to be their representative. By that standard, you might say Satoko and Satoshi's parents were very heroic. They volunteered to be hated, all to help those without much money who didn't have a voice.
それで、運悪くその両親がさ、お社様を祀るお祭りの日に事故死しちゃったんだよね。それで、お社様のたたりにあったんじゃないかってことになっちゃったわけ。
I thought back to what Coach told me today. They went to a nature park on a family outing and fell from a cliff.
で、サトシが家出したのまでお社様のたたりってことにされちまったわけか。
まあ、うん。そんな感じ。
It was a bit of an evasive reply, but I felt it was wrong to ask any further, so I didn't press her for details.
もう説明するまでもないと思うけどさ、聡子にとっては、両親の事故もサトシの家出も、そしてお社様のたたりなんて話も、愉快な話じゃないのはわかるでしょ。
To put it mildly? Yeah, of course I knew. I could only nod silently. Oh yeah, they brought that up a lot early. The dam would have completely flooded and ruined Hinamizawa. Basically, they would have turned Hinamizawa into a dam basin. Yeah. Where Hinamizawa currently sits, yeah, that was going to be basically lake at this point. If the dam had gone through.
だからさ、私たちは聡子の家族の話には触れないことにしてる。
Not if the government's able to buy the land. And it's illegal in some parts of the world. Who knows what Japan's laws are concerning government annexing land?
サトシのことは 仮に聞かれても転校したってごまかすことにしてる。その辺の事情を汲み取ってもらえるよね。
Oh, yeah, it's happened in a few places, even in the US. As someone who thought that way once, even for a short time, I really did regret having been imprudent enough to broach the topic to begin with.
ああ、わかるよ。俺も軽はずみなことを聞いたと後悔してる。
When she heard that, Mion smiled, seeming a little relieved. With that understanding, thinking I should get going, I began to make my way home. I could really have stopped by Mion's house, but it was already late. I'd stop by again the next time I had the chance.
じゃあな、ミオン。今日は悪かったな。また明日な。
Okay. Who is this, and what did they do with Keiichi? Really, what did they do with the brain-dead Keiichi that would continue to plunder full force ahead and get himself in trouble with the entire town? This Keiichi seems like he's going to learn that lesson early without having to be threatened to death with it.
じゃあね。
We waved to each other. Then, suddenly remembering something, Mion called out to me. Obviously, yes, it is his split personality.
あとさ、サトコにだけじゃなく、レナの前でもサトシの話は慎んでくれるかな。
Maybe. Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea to keep quiet about Satoshi with Rena.
Eh?
We remember the police report from the first chapter, don't we?
さっきので分かったと思うけどさ、レナってどういうわけかお社様のたたりの話だけは笑い事で済まないんだよ。転校してきた時から。
Yeah, judging by how Rena was acting earlier, it was clearly no laughing matter to her. Mion had interrupted the conversation for us. But if Mion hadn't been here, what might have happened?
どうしてレナはあんなにマジになるんだろうな。
Not only Rena either, but Shion too.
知らない。レナはね、あ、これ内緒だよ。
Yeah, Rena gets zealous about Oyashiro-sama.
言ったら絶好だよ。
Mion emphasizes as her expression clouded even further.
言わないよ。で、レナが何だってんだよ。
お社様のたたりに会ったことあるんだって。
え？
私は悪いけど被害妄想過剰な何かの思い込みじゃないかって思ってるんだけどね。でも本人はそう言ってるし、そう信じてる。茶化すとかなり怒る。
So, we probably shouldn't poke fun at it.
レナは普段はちゃらけてるけど、怒るとかなり怖い。
Uh-huh.
分かってるよ。
She starts carrying around hatchets and axes.
レナの前でも言うなってことだろ。サトシの話。
うん。できればこの話題にも二度と触れるべきじゃないと思うね。
I'm fully behind that plan, Mion.
レナのためにも。
And to not die horribly.
サトコのためにもさ。
Also, the not dying horribly part sounds awfully good. For everyone else's, too. And if I must say, for your own sake, too, Kei-chan. With her silence, Mion made sure I knew that.
そうだな。うん。分かったよ。
No, she did not get Oyashiro'd in Chapter 2.
ありがとう。
Saying only that, she waved her hand and began walking away. I watched her go, a little dazed, and then started walking myself. Satoko's older brother, Satoshi. Had he run away from home? Or had he been a victim of the curse and disappeared forever? Yeah, Rena was actually the good one in that episode. She did not die. So let's see. Chapter 1, Satoko and Rika both lived. Chapter 2, Rena lives. So sometime over the next 3 chapters, Mion and Keiichi get to live. Maybe. Whichever the case, none of this was anything I should have asked about. The cooling air forced me into self-reflection. I wanted Satoko to smile. Yet, my curiosity easily defeated me, and I frivolously tried to step into the dark side of things in a joking way. I'm shameful. Well, better realize this late than never, I guess. I wanted today to be exactly like yesterday. Now, we're pretty sure he died. We're pretty sure that counts as death. Especially with that little crack he made right at the end about how it would have been funny to have Uishi deal with a third person that was moving around several hours after their death should have happened. I think he was planning on dying there. I wanted tomorrow to be just as fun as today, too. So why did I go and do something like that? We were having a blast at the baseball game yesterday. And today we had a blast at the big barbecue party, too. It was a lot of fun. But then I went and almost nullified all those fun times. I would have to be more careful starting tomorrow. I would put all this unpleasant stuff behind me forever. Like hell I'm going to let my enjoyable life end because of how careless I was today. But the more I thought I'd be careful starting tomorrow, the more I couldn't get rid of the ominous thought that I'd already put an end to those enjoyable days with what I'd just done. Yeah, you're screwed. Hey, wait. Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. The gears of destiny are freaking gigantic, aren't they? What happened now was just trivial. It doesn't make any sense to think that my life will be totally different starting tomorrow. Even though I understood it logically, the mist in my heart wasn't going to fade until tomorrow turned out to be as fun as today.
変だぞ俺。
This is what you call acting weird.
さっきのみんなとのやりとり、ちょっと気にしすぎだぜ。
Not the bit with the that you shared with the pitcher in the bathroom. That wasn't acting weird. This is acting weird. Being worried that you may have just signed your own death warrant. That's weird to you. That's the weird part here, huh? Fair enough then, I guess. I wish tomorrow would come already. I wanted it to make me understand how absurd my insignificant doubts really were. The night was long. Let's see. It'd be time for more tips. A bunch of them. The slaking. I think that's supposed to be slack. And we have mystery meat unlocked. Okay. There we go, okay. It was just misspelled on the other screen.
シオンさんも少しは手伝ってください。
女の子に重いものを運ばせようって言うんですか？そんなだからいい年になっても相手が見つからないんですよ、監督は。
ですね。そういうのを曰くこう言います。余計なお世話です。
This is true. He was loading the station wagon with heaps of equipment we'd use for today's barbecue meeting. All the fathers and sons who had helped were starting to get on their way.
さて、シオンさんはどうしますか？あなた、ここまでは何で来ました？自転車でしたら積んで送って差し上げますよ。
スクーターだからいいです。お心遣いだけで嬉しいってことにしときます。
今日は来てくれて嬉しかったですよ。やはりマネージャーさんがいないとパッとしませんからね。
まだ私マネージャーなんですか？1年も丸々サボってんだから、こんな無能マネージャーいい加減に解雇するべきだと思いますよ。
ええ、シオンさんが辞めたいって自分で言えたらいつでも解雇してあげますよ。
ずるいな。早く解放してくださいよね。試合があるたびに来ないかと電話がかかってくるの、もううざくてかなわないんですから。
シオンちゃんももっともっと素直になれば、とってもキュートで可愛い女の子なのに。お父さんは悲しいですよ。一体どこでねじ曲がってこんなにひねくれてしまったんだか。
Please no.
ああ、お父さんの愛の抱擁で力強く包み込めば目が覚めますか？でしたら遠慮なく。
I hate you so much.
ほら。
Coach was fooling around with all his might, but Shion just smiled into the distance without responding.
何も変わってない。監督が変な人で、みんなのにぎわいも何も変わってないのに。
サトシ君だけいないとおっしゃりたいのですか？帰ってきますよ、きっと。待っている人がいるんですから。
勝手なこと言っててください。
彼も罪作りな人ですよね。こんな可愛い彼女を置き去りにしてどこへ行ってしまったんだか。
Uh-huh.
彼女？誰がもういつまで笑ってるんですか？監督。
Can both of these two be victims this time? Coach bent over and laughed heartily for a little while.
ではまたお会いしましょうね。試合にもたまには応援に来てくださいよ。
まあ気が向いたら。私マネージャーなんか全然もうやる気ないんですから。
いいんですよ。あなたが嫌ならいつでもクビにしてあげますよ。嫌がるのを無理やりってのは私の性分ではありませんからね。
はいはい。すみませんね、すみませんね。私の負けです。気が向いたらまた応援に来ますので、今日は堪忍してください。
おっと、もうこんな時間。機材返す約束の時間が。先方をもうだいぶ待たせてますね。では今日はこの辺で。また次の試合でお会いしましょう。
ええ、気が向いたらね。さよなら、監督。
I mean, I realize that in Japan, the managers are little more than the glorified water boys and such. It doesn't quite hold the same connotations as manager does in the US and I think most of the UK. But still. Oh good, here's the autopsy. The autopsy suggests the victim was killed in the following manner. Entire body bound in restraints. Traces left behind from when the body seemed to have been bound indicated uses of a specific restraining table rather than rope or other common method. Finger joints on either hand appear to have been bound especially tightly. Highly likely that the table is either specially made or homemade given this information. Both ears and nose severed with the sharp blade. Traces of the restraint and other things seem to suggest there was at least one more other than the one who severed these body parts, holding down the victim's head. Possible that multiple blades were used, with one of them most likely being scissors or shears. 5 nails penetrated fingers on each hand. 1 long nail stuck in each joint of each finger on each hand for a total of 30. Ow! The deceased's fingers were nailed to wooden planks. 30. Don't they mean 28? I mean, I'm pretty sure the thumb only counts as having two parts to it. But yeah, special table of nails. Gee, wonder where those could have come from, like at any point. The deceased's fingers were nailed to wooden planks 20 square centimeters large. Extremely likely these planks were part of the restraining table. In addition, it was likely the table was originally designed for just such a purpose. Abdomen incised, intestines removed. The incision on the abdomen is likely to have been a technique grounded in medical mythology using a sharp blade. Estimated that there was still no threat to the victim's life at this stage. Pardon? After this, the organs inside the incision were either dismantled and removed. The victim likely died as a result of this process. Body disposed. After fastening a dumbbell to the victim's neck using a commercial pet collar, the victim was likely abandoned in the Ouija River's third drain. Judging by the dumbbell's weight, it is highly possible they would have needed at least 3 grown men to dispose of the body. To Uishi-san, here's a copy of the preliminary autopsy of the slaughtered corpse in the Uji River. Chief Shigeharu sees this as having a possible relation to the S group. What are your thoughts, Uishi-san? So, the woman shoved in the drainage ditch was apparently ritualistically murdered. Not a surprise, not a surprise. East round 3.
出ましたね、ロン。チュンドラさん、マンガンです。
Are they playing, something? I don't know what Chun, Dora, and Mangan are.
なんすかそれ。なんでドラが3つも入んすか。
Mahjong? Okay.
バ
Fair
カ
enough.
モンが大石がテンパイしとんの分かっててカンドラ増やしよってからに自業自得じゃぞ。
チュンさらしたらドラを上乗せするぐらいしかやることないじゃないですか。
I
夜
have
会
no
さら
clue
した
how
ら
Mahjong
ドラ
works
そば
either.
は切っちゃダメですよ。
Uishi grinned meaningfully as his buddies, swearing, began breaking down the walls and reforming them.
時に大石さんどうですか。割れましたか。なんじゃい。ああ、例のドブ川惨殺死体の話かの。何か手がかりはあったのか。
ねえ、まあ。裏はそっちで取ってくださいよ。
さすが。何者です仏。
間宮里奈、本名は律子。
岸骨フラワーロードにあるブルーマーメイドってキャバクラに勤めてたみたいっす。
やれやれ、そらやばい店じゃな。確か園崎家の若頭の店じゃろ。
Of course the Sonozakis are tied up in that.
園崎、おっと S 号関連か。難航しそうな山だな。
噂じゃ仏さん、園崎の上納金に手をつけちゃったらしいっす。話じゃかなりシャレにならない規模らしいっす。
女が上納金に手を出したか。裏に男がいそうじゃの。
Yep, that's the deceased's name. Doesn't ring any bells. Seriously, I don't think we've actually heard that name before.
女の単独犯なんてそうそうないぞい。
どうせもう死んでますよ。死体がまだ出ないだけで。
そうそう、おいさん。女の同居人、生きてるみたいですよ。
生きてる？じゃあこれから死ぬんでしょうね。害虫が害虫を駆除してくれるんだから、本当に素敵な自浄機能だと思いますよ。
Oh, you're a dick.
その紐なんですがね。北条鉄平なんですよ。
That name we know. Well, the family name.
北条？誰だい？
北条鉄平。去年ひなみ沢で起こった主婦撲殺事件の仏のご主人ですよ。
Yeah.
事件の後姿を消したって聞いてましたけど。そうか、その女のところに転がり込んでたか。
ますますに園崎の匂いがプンプンだの。
彼氏は今どこに？
女のアパートに同居してたんすがね。女が自分を捨てたと思ったみたいで、店やたまりのあちこちを探し回ってるらしいっす。
Yeah. Okay then. I'm sure that'll come up in the next chapter, or the chapter after that. That seems like a pretty good spot to end on for the day. Yeah. Why are the tips being this much more straightforward than the story? The story's kind of meandering around a whole lot, but the tips are kind of getting right to information. Huh. Oh well. Anyway. Yep, gonna call that a stream. Thank you all for joining me, hanging out in chat, and suffering with me. We will return tomorrow as I continue my way down in Mother 3 as we try to figure out where lightning's coming from. Yeah, the tips aren't narrated by Keiichi. That's probably a really good reason. That is the best reason, really. And next Saturday, we will be back with more of this as we try and fail horribly to unravel the mystery that is Higurashi. Yeah, this would be the second stream as opposed to the third or fourth. So they did bump this up speed-wise just a little bit. Anyway. I might have to backtrack tomorrow. What a surprise. Oh, by the way, I did go back in and I did grind up some more money so I could at least buy everybody some current gear. I did just go in off stream and run into a whole bunch of roadblocks. Yeah. Backtrack for an optional item. I did beat up a bunch of roadblocks and got a basically bought the really good stuff from the vendor. Now, if there's a good item that we could actually get by backtracking, I have no opposition to backtracking a bit. Besides, I can use the time to level up even more. Bonus boss, huh? Interesting. Anyway, yeah. We might be doing that. You'll just have to let me know. All the way back to the castle? Really? Have to go all the way back to town? Huh. That's a very long way to go back. Oh well, should not be too difficult. Anyway, take care everyone. I will be back tomorrow. For now, I'm going to go eat something. Going to go give the cats the food they need. And I'm going to leave you with the music. I'm also going to leave you with this face. Because why not? Anyway, take care folks. I will see you later.